Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with another episode of Press Start. We're going to go over quite a few things, that's for sure. Today I have two guests with me who will hopefully be on more often. I have Got Skeletons and Business Time 15. They both have Twitch, by the way. You can go twitch.tv got skeletons and twitch.tv business time 15, all of which are lowercase on both. So, some of the big things that we wanted to go over with is kind of streaming news and some of the new patches for quite a few things. Um, we've kind of discussed it on stream this evening, talked about quite a bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and let uh, you know, Got Skeletons and Business Time 15 kind of just say hello, tell you about themselves real quick, and then
Well, thank you, Steve. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here. I'm a big time fan. Been following you through thick and thin. From your humble beginning to now your Fortune 500 fame. I just really humbled to be on this podcast. I've been thinking about it a lot. Watched the first episode probably 30 times, and I have a lot of input that I feel like the people need to see and hear. And so I thank you. For the just thank you for the
yeah,
opportunity.
yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
You're killing me.
me
Yeah.
as well. Yes, I'm very humbled to be here.
Wonderful, wonderful. Hey, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go with what I'll call them. So you guys will know them as Got Skeletons, Business Time 15. I know them as Marcus and Jack. So I'm gonna refer to them as that when I go to talk to them about stuff. So this way you guys don't get confused. But nonetheless, that's a quick update on the stream. We are 12 as of today, so 8:11 at 2:40 in the morning. we
Yeah.
yeah, guys, we have been filming these really late into the evening, so slash morning. It's anyways, but nonetheless. So right now, we are at the position where we are close to getting Twitch affiliate. Um, we're close to qualifying for that. What we need is 12 more follows. So that's really important. That if you actually just find my content on here, and that's where you watch me from, go ahead and hit a follow on the Twitch. It's in the bio. I'm also going to put Got Skeletons and Business Time 15's Twitch in the bio. Give them a follow. Make sure to have that bell
Yeah,
icon run.
it'd be much appreciated.
Oh, yeah, kind of tell them how we're gonna be doing it. It's gonna be like a streaming, not really a full blown group, but it's
Well, it's like listen here. So you got listen here. So you got the Red Panda Productions. That's the production side of things, and
Yes.
you got the three of us right now.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Jack are coming into the fold. We're gonna be on when others aren't. There's gonna always be hopefully somebody every day of the week to watch.
it's gonna
We're
be a
gonna try to-
powerhouse.
We're gonna try to play together. Sometimes we're not.
Mm-hmm.
Any of us, especially me, will take any recommendations on video or on games you'd like to see play because I don't care what I play. And so that's just where we're gonna get a schedule going. We're gonna get ideas. It's gonna be a whole thing. Hopefully, we're adding people in the future. If
And
I would open if this is fine with you, Steve. If you're somebody who has the same mindset of us and are listening, would like to contact us, and we could see if you would be a good fit, maybe
yeah,
to expand the group.
I definitely they haven't met. Some of you may have already met. You watch. His name is Grimler 007. Most of you know him as that or Grant. Okay, so you know him from streaming with me and stuff like that. So some of you may not know him. I'll link his stuff in the bio as well. He doesn't do Twitch. He's on Facebook Live. So he's a part of the group. He hasn't posted anything to the YouTube because he has his own YouTube, and like this whole group. We're wanting to focus on our own channels, but we also want to give you the opportunity to see and talk to most of us and kind of understand the group here. We're not necessarily going to be a group, but I mean, maybe eventually we might be an official group at some point. But right now,
It's more of just like a group of people who will play video games together.
yeah, I mean, we've been friends for.
And the thing is, like, is if somebody's on, hopefully they'll be wanting to play with each other. It's kind of just like there's no schedule, there's nothing forced. If you're on, we're probably playing together. If no one's on but one person, hopefully somebody is just always on.
Yeah, and I mean, like right now, most of you guys know, I said it in Streamlit 2 days ago. I said it, I believe, in the last press start. Okay, so I brought it up, but I'm currently jobless. All right, so I'm unemployed. We still have the normal schedule of Friday 9:30 p.m. is when I get on, and Sunday we boosted it up to 9:30 instead of 7 p.m. But basically, we're gonna be streaming on. We're still streaming on that normal schedule, but we're also just gonna stream pretty much throughout the week extra, just to kind of have that content for you. We're hopefully gonna have some more Warzone clips, especially from last stream. Best I've ever done in my entire life. It's not great, but I did good, and I
Oh, I
played with
got-
these guys.
Sorry, speaking. Not to interrupt.
Yeah, yeah,
you,
no,
speaking
go.
of that, if you want clips, I just clipped like 5 or 6 things on my Twitch from our Rainbow Six streams. So
Nice.
if you
Yeah,
want to throw that up,
and guys, we're not gonna do just Call of Duty, okay? We've got Valorant, we've got Siege. I mean, I'm gonna rage at Siege because I'm just bad at it right now, and eventually I might get better. So that's the goal.
it's just time, man.
Yeah, takes time and practice, and that's what we're just kind of doing. So it's not gonna be just that, you know. We also had a second Twitch, and we haven't been on it in a fat minute, but it is Cast and Roll, which I can leave that down in the
Oh
description-
yeah, that's actually
description
not a
below.
Twitch anymore. I switched my stuff back. I committed my channel because I had 20 followers, so I was like, might as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that
never mind.
fell through in
Ignore
one
that.
try, but we'll still play. We can still play.
Yeah, we might throw some D&D in here, but nonetheless,
mean,
it's mainly
those,
going to be just our
Yeah.
our you know, first person shooter. Just a few games like that here and
Oh,
there.
I wouldn't limit it to first person.
Oh no,
There's a
like
lot
I'm
of
just
fun
saying, like
stuff that's
right
good
now
to
we're
play.
just right now we've been playing a lot of first person shooters, a lot of Call of Duty. But anyway, so I wanted to kind of get into a few things. We're gonna get into the patch notes in a minute, but there's quite a few updates that I wanted to kind of bring up and discuss with a few people, with these gentlemen here, and kind of talk to them. We talked a little bits and pieces on stream, but as you all know, right, Facebook bought out Mixer, so the service stopped at the ending of last month. So if Mixer is no longer a place you go to, you either got Facebook Gaming, YouTube, or you got Twitch. All right, that's what you're looking at right now is the 3 most popular places. Now there's a couple others. I can't remember them. They're not that popular, but that's why I can't remember them, because they're not that popular. But so we know that Dr. Disrespect was banned from Twitch. Little over a month ago. We've been kind of waiting to hear back. He hasn't streamed or anything like that. Well, just recently he started back up streaming, but he's now streaming to YouTube. We still have no idea. He has no idea why he's been banned. We kind of discussed it. We all thought he might have said it, but looking through some of the videos and stuff, they don't know. So, and until we get an update on that, it's still, he doesn't know, we don't know. And maybe eventually we'll figure it out, right?
I believe that he actually does not know because I think the truth would eventually come out. It always does, but it's the only time it's like just has not come out.
I
And-
genuinely believe that too.
I think Twitch just messed up. Like I think they didn't want to just go back on it, but they jumped the gun on it and banned him before
Oh, they
full
could, for
explanations
sure.
were there.
Like-
That or it was like maybe he breached an agreement he had with Twitch or something, and they got mad or something. I mean, you just don't know. Like, it's
Yeah, I
so
mean,
weird.
there's so many things that we could put into this and make assumptions over and guess and just kind of throw out theories of what could happen, but we have no clue. There's nothing. People have looked and searched, and we just can't figure out what's going on. And you know, I feel bad because I mean he was making good money.
Oh, bro, don't even worry about
But
him.
he's-
still making good
Oh yeah,
money.
he's still making good money. I mean, he did a hashtag ad within his first week back streaming on YouTube. That's insane. All right, that's actually amazing. So he's doing good. He's not going to die out or anything like that. But one of the other things is we were all wondering what's going to happen to Shroud and Ninja. I haven't heard much and focused much on Shroud like I should be.
That's my main concern is I want to know what he's up to. He's posted a couple gifs lately of
Right.
like some highly motion graphic animated weapons coming together. But I haven't been on his Twitter in a couple days, but that's just what I've seen. So I think he's alluding to an announcement, but
Right. Because I mean, like, so we've looked at Ninja, right? And so the problem with Ninja was he was also on Mixer when Facebook bought them. Well, they were both only streaming for like 6 months, and because they did that, they streamed for only 6 months. Ninja got like $30 or $60 million. Shroud got like 10 million or so or more. after streaming for like 6 months. So they're sitting fat and pretty. They don't even need to stream anymore. They could literally just sit and not do anything for the rest of their lives, but they're still wanting to do it. So far, I haven't heard anything. Like Mark said, he hasn't heard anything. Jack, I don't know if you've heard anything on Shroud or anything like that, but
No, there's been like no word. Yeah, that's insane. They made so much money so fast.
I mean,
Like
it was just
they
ridiculous.
got so lucky. It's such a good business move for them to do. And they just like took the guaranteed money.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can almost guarantee you if Facebook offered them something and they said no, because they probably decided instead, let's just go ahead and take that fat stack of cash instead of getting caught in a deal, right? So that's probably what they did. And so like for like a minute, a lot of people were assuming that Ninja was gonna go to YouTube gaming or Facebook gaming. We weren't sure because Facebook. We were assuming a little more towards Facebook because they bought out Mixer, because they might have been giving them a better deal of some sort. And then the other one was maybe YouTube. YouTube was kind of on that fence there as well, because YouTube, he has a huge base there still on YouTube, which he could stream to easily. But he made the worst, I would say, worst move that I could think of. He went back to Twitch. After everything that they did to his channel and to him, I don't understand. They must have had to have given him some huge, massive deal for him to go back to Twitch. I mean, like, I can't think of a reason that he would actually want to go back to Twitch. Maybe it's to play with his friends again, as often as possible. But man, I'm telling you, like, that felt like a weird move to me. Like, no one was expecting him to go back to Twitch.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Like you wouldn't think he'd go back there. It's probably just because his fan base was originally there, and maybe he wasn't getting paid by YouTube. Or like there was no offer or something. I don't know. You would think there'd be an offer, but yeah, it's reliable. He's gonna go back to Twitch and be successful there. So his fans started out there.
Also easier. It's a lot easier for someone who has had a long-standing fan base on a well-known platform versus going to something that's completely new. Mixer was very similar to Twitch, so it wasn't as big of a unknown.
They also were a little more
I
discoverable.
don't really know how the
as well.
YouTube thing works, so I could see him just being like, "Yeah, screw it, let's go to Twitch for now. Who cares?"
Right.
Like I need to make money. That's how I already have a bunch of fans on there. It already works. Things are set up. You talk to him, and that's where he felt like he wanted to go, I guess.
Right. I mean, like, it was one of those moves, like, I was confused about. There must have been some sort of, like, really good deal. One of the downside is he can't multi-platform stream, which isn't a big deal for him because he's got so many followers. But one of the things that I wanted to kind of discuss was, we're trying to get affiliate. Yeah, I mean, it'd be wonderful if we could get affiliate, if you guys helped us out with getting affiliate, share this stuff with your friends. It'd be amazing. I mean, you have no idea how awesome that would be. And at some point, yeah, would I love this to be my job? Of course I'd love this to be my job. Like, it'd be the best job in the world. But it takes time. And that's fine. But one of the difficulties I'm having right now is I really want to double platform streaming, but I'm having problems with getting stuff to work, and I would love for Jack and Marcus to be able to, but based off of their equipment, they probably can't.
That's harsh.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, it's very CPU and GPU intensive.
Oh yeah, I have a garbage CPU. I found it on the side of the street.
Okay. Well, it's because, like, I have a double PC setup, so I can stream both at the same time. So, I mean, it'd be a little bit easier on me, but the problem is it just wasn't, it stopped working for some reason, so we're just focused on Twitch. Alright, so that means I don't mind the fact that if I get affiliate, I can't stream to another platform or put material on another platform until 24 hours after. That's fine. Alright, at this point, fine. I'll do that. That's not a big problem to me. I mean, but yeah, I mean, we've gotten together. Jack and Marcus and I have been friends for definitely a fat minute. I mean, I've known Jack longer than I've known Marcus, but I mean, I think we've become quite a very tight-knit group of friends, and it's been quite nice, and I'm actually quite happy to have brought them on to this episode today. So this is episode 2, but I am quite ecstatic to have them on. A few things that we just kind of wanted to kind of talk about. I know there's some, so we're gonna get back to the patch stuff. and we can kind of discuss them with the boys here. So let's actually go to Modern Warfare patch since we were just on Modern Warfare. All right. Now, there's one thing that we've all noticed. I don't have footage of it right now. I don't think I do. I'll have to go through some of my footage. But holy good God, there's a huge problem with the textures and stuff in COD right now, where occasionally it glitches out and it looks horrifying. It's almost unplayable at that point.
Goodness, yeah, that's bad.
I will say there was one time I picked up a gun and my entire screen was black, filled with polygons, and so
Same.
I don't know. I think it's a new patch. I think bugs are common. I think it's expected. I don't think it'll take very long for them to fix it. I mean, and the thing is, too, it'd be a lot worse as if it was almost like every other time. But I've had it one time since I played the new patch, so I don't know. I just think it's something that will get worked out. I mean, all games have that when they put a new big patch in.
Yeah, and they've done some small patches and here and there. We're at version 1.24.1 whatever, so it's hopefully the next big one will fix that problem, because it's not just on PC that people are having that problem. If I understand correctly, console players are actually having that problem as well. I know a few big time streamers that I've watched throughout the past couple of days who have been having this problem, and I've actually been genuinely angry at it and almost want to stop playing the game, especially because of the fact that recently we've had quite a few tournaments. I don't think Jack or Marcus have even got to watch any of the tournaments, but
Tournaments like what, the 2v2s?
no, these Warzone tournaments recently, like Nick Merckx put on a tournament, and there was
Oh, no,
$100,000.
I haven't watched those.
Okay, yeah, there was $100,000 tournament, and within that tournament, I mean, the thing with streamers though is during those tournaments they're gonna have stream snipers. There's gonna be cheaters because Call of Duty still has a problem with cheaters, and for some reason I cannot figure out for the life of me why we don't have an anti-cheat for this game. Almost every game has an anti-cheat. Like
Yeah,
Valorant,
well, it's not that simple. I mean,
it's gotta be, because I mean, look at
There's-
Valorant. Like Valorant's a
Yeah.
great example. Like you get an
Well-
anti-cheat automatically, and when the game updates, you automatically have to restart your PC so your anti-cheat's up to date, so you're not having to worry so much.
true. I would say there's probably more cheating than you would expect in the game.
Oh,
It's
most
just
likely.
there's certain games like, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the new game that came out, the Fall Guys or whatever, but there's cheaters in that game, and
Oh,
that's
yeah,
like an
there's-
arcade game.
There's
So like
always
Siege
cheaters.
has dealt with cheaters since its existence, and they only get worse. And they've
Mhm.
done everything they can with anti cheats and that kind of a thing. So I think I don't know. I think it's just a game case by case, company by company. But I just don't think it's as easy to be like, because I mean, there's people out there that are producing hacks on the daily. I mean, like
Right.
they're when a new patch rolls out of anti cheat, they're right in there trying to figure out how to get around it because they can scam people out of their money to cheat, win a couple of games, and then get banned. So like, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's never going to be a problem that you can 100% fix. It's in every game. People are losers. I just think that you just kind of got to roll with it sometimes. And who cares if you get bested by a cheater? Like they're not good anyway. That's why they have to cheat. So
Right.
I just think you just move on.
Yeah, and I think some companies should take a better investment into their game, and their manual reviews should be a little bit more. There should be more people being able to do manual reviews than there are right now, and they should be actually getting to them case by case basis, of course. But I mean, like Modern Warfare, I think if we had a little bit better manual review, I don't think an anti cheat would be. I feel like anti cheat and manual review would be great for the game, but if manual review was better and we're focusing more on, it's a multi-billion-dollar company. Like they've got to be able to figure out how to do, just kind of look at case by case basis and have a manual review going constantly.
Oh man, you would think. That's the thing is you would think stuff like that could happen, but that's why I say it's just like probably more complicated than people give it credit to be. I don't
Right.
know. I just feel like it's a lot harder than it looks, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
mean, I totally get it though. So I mean, but I guess we can move on now if everyone's good. Unless Jack, do you got anything to kind of go on?
I was
you've
gonna
noticed?
say that whenever Street Fighter V tried to do an anti cheat one time, they like the game they put in an anti-cheat, and then virus protectors were starting to pick up on it as like a virus because the thing was like getting like into your files in your computer, and like it was like pretty much verifying like everything on your computer, and it was marked as a virus. And that's pretty much what a virus does. So some
Right.
of them are just like, so it is a little tougher than it seems,
Yeah.
but
I mean, I
like
totally get that too, because I mean, like, I just, I think there's some companies that do pretty well with figuring out how to do at least have some sort of barrier that at least catches the small stuff, so it's not as egregious. But I think Warzone is probably one of the worst games that I've experienced cheating in. Um,
Oh boy.
Definitely Siege. I can't speak for Siege. Okay,
yeah,
you can
Oh
speak for
boy,
Siege.
that is so blatant, man. You just like it is just so blatant
I can't
sometimes.
speak for Siege because I don't play it often enough, but I do know there's still quite a bit of cheaters in Siege as well.
Oh, it's horrid.
I understand that's a problem still there, but I think that's always just going to be a problem with first person shooters. But there's got to be a way we can kind of combat that a little bit better. And I feel like if companies would focus on just kind of making sure we take a case by case basis and having just a huge group of people, hell, just pay them a bunch of money, right? Just pay them a bunch of money. Be like, hey, sit down, watch these videos. Are they cheating? Ban them. I mean, dude, I would do that all day long.
if there was like a
Easy.
very trusted software that all these games could just rely on to make an anti-cheat for them,
Mm-hmm.
which I think there is. I don't know which one it is, but there's one of them that I've seen in a couple different games.
I
But
think that's why cheaters are able to get past it so quickly with new patches is because they have that software too.
mm,
But one of the things is I think that huge companies should be focusing on, besides manual reviews and stuff, they need to be watching top streamers and low level streamers more often. That probably doesn't make any. I don't. Let me explain. All right, so they need to be. I know that sounds weird, but they need to have groups of people that are watching these because then that takes less time to have a manual review because you got people to be like, okay, that looks a little sketchy. Let's watch them for a second, and they can pull them up, watch through it. Okay, they look like they're cheating. Suspension, ban, whatever. But because they're not, they're not having a group of people that actually watch people live playing. It's almost a little bit harder to kind of catch people, and it takes so long for many reviews. Like, for instance, I watched a Tim the Tatman stream. All right, I'm going to use him as an example a lot, or Nick Merckx as an example, um, Cloaksy, stuff like that. I'll use a few of them as an example. All right, so I'm watching a stream. They're playing in a tournament, and there's a dude who was like 100th kills in the world, but he was a legit cheater, and his TikTok was him killing people cheating. Like that was literally his thing. And when he killed streamers, those got the most views. But he was cheating. That was his thing. His YouTube, his TikTok was cheating, and he never got banned. It took so long. They never caught on. I don't know how they couldn't cut on because he was reported multiple times. I mean, at one point, I think during Tim's stream, there was like 20 some odd people watching him, and at the end, they just all were just screaming and yelling at this dude because he was cheating. But after that video was made, after the video was made, shortly after, uh, pretty much Activision and stuff was getting called out for it, and they ended up banning him because of it. But it just got bad enough that he'd been on for that long and never got caught.
Yeah.
It's just one of those, like, I feel like they would have a better, like, better opportunity and a better way of keeping their game from having that bad of a cheater base is if they're watching people play live. So Siege games, Call of Duty, Overwatch, Valorant, just FPS games could get so much better and have lesser cheaters if you got, hey, we'll ban you live on someone's stream right now if we keep you, catch you doing that. If you're stream sniping, like people stream snipe, there's nothing you can do about that. I'm sorry. I've been stream sniped. I will say that I have been stream sniped. I deserved
What?
it. Yeah, I was once. So I'll give you the example. So I'm playing Valorant, and I get 4 out of the 5 kills for that round. Teammate got the 5th one, unfortunately. And me, being a scrub and a pro
I'm gonna
streamer.
improve that round. Sorry,
Alright.
I'm gonna improve.
All right, I'll have to go find it in my archive. Um, but I think it was actually one of my really good games. I'll have to look through it. There's a lot of videos I'm gonna have to look through. I'm gonna find all the Valorant ones. So I'm playing this game, 4 kills out of 5, and I haven't played Valorant in a long time. So you guys saw me a couple days ago play Valorant, and I was doing horrible. It's because I haven't played in a very long time. But I played 4 kills out of 5, slammed my Twitch chat and the my Twitch link in the chat, and there was some dude. He was bottom fragging on his team, and he was just being a troll, and he was just he was bad. Period. So I was like, get good, scrub. And I just slammed my thing in chat. That dude didn't even give me a follow, but he came and stream sniped me and still lost to me. Still lost to me. I didn't have a delay, nothing. Still lost. And he goes, at the end of the game, he goes, thanks for the stream. I said, no problem. And our team still won. He still lost to me. Doesn't matter. He couldn't stream snipe me. But streamers, when they get upper and upper, you will have stream snipers. And that's going to happen. There's nothing that I think that people can do. I can't think of anything. I would love to discuss it with, top level streamers. But right now, I'm not enough, and we're low enough that it's just not gonna matter, and we won't be able to. But it'd be nice. I would like to be able to fix that for larger streamers, but that's not on my biggest list. It's mainly the problems right now with texture, having just some nasty polygons going on right now in Call of Duty here and there.
God, it's rough.
There's also been another bug. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but whenever you queue up to get in COD, it's almost like when you queue up for Warzone, sometimes it doesn't register, so it looks like you're still queuing, but you're not even queued. It was weird. I've noticed it on a few different streams.
I haven't seen that one.
That one was weird. I've had it a couple times. It was like probably Saturday, I think I had that bug. It was really weird. But that's all. I mean, do you guys have anything that you've noticed that you think could probably be any other bugs that are kind of like throwing you off a bit?
In Call of Duty, no.
Besides basically that texture one is just god awful.
Yeah, not really. I mean, I don't think I've played enough to notice that kind of a thing.
Right.
Like I've never experienced that bug in multiplayer. And
I still have. I've only experienced it maybe once or twice.
Yeah, that's my experience with Call of Duty is mostly multiplayer. I'm very new to Warzone, unlike you who have played a bunch of it. But yeah, I haven't noticed really anything in multiplayer that is super obvious or something that needs to be fixed. I don't know.
I mean,
Controller players.
Oh yeah, controller is
That's true. Yeah.
God, that aim assist.
They need nerfs.
That aim assist does need a nerf. I'll say that. Like, either get rid of their aim assist or like dumb it down pretty heavily because.
It's OP, like straight up. Like its skill floor is like so far above like where I'm at. Like they jump into the game and they're just already significantly better than I am.
Just automatically better.
Yeah. So they've hit scan.
So a few things. I don't really have anything for esports news. I know there's still tournaments and stuff going on for Overwatch. I don't know about Siege if there's any that are going on. If they're paused.
Siege is right now. They're in the middle of their major. So since it's all online due to COVID, they're having regional majors. They just got finished with the APAC major. I think they're in the middle of the LATAM, which is Latin America. And then I think the North American one starts sometime this week. And then after that, the Europe will follow it all up, the Europe League. So
okay, I know.
I'll look up the dates for it.
I know League. They're in the middle of tournaments right now.
I think they're in the middle of the split. Yeah.
Yeah, they're so. World Championship is going to be on September 25th through October 31st of this year. We're still in LCS, LEC, LCK, and LPL right now. Those are still going on. I see those. Mid-season Cup is well over. It's past. So we're obviously past the Mid-season Cup, but that was in May. Now.
Just a quick update for the North American Major starts August 14th through the 16th.
Okay.
So by the end of this week.
Gotcha. Yeah. So right now, I mean, they're still doing tournaments, which is great. So right now, leagues tournaments are still going on. Call of Duty tournaments. There's a few here and there. I don't know if I can. CWL. That's not even close. Oh well, I guess it is Call of Duty League. So we got launch week was in January. Let me look at the rows here, so I can kind of be up to date. They're sponsored by someone I'm not sponsored by because we don't have a sponsor. Oh, today's sponsor is me because I'm recording this. So,
Oh, I thought it was because you're paying me and Jack to be here.
oh please,
Oh, we're not getting paid.
absolutely not. Your guests.
Gotta leave the Discord.
Leave the Discord. Did you say leave? But let's see here. We've got a few things going on. I mean, a lot of places doing tournaments. I'm unable to. I had a link for it. All right, I can't find my tournaments for COD, but there's a lot of COD tournaments going on. There's a lot of homemade tournaments. Like Nick Merckx has been throwing out tournaments, making tournaments and stuff like that for a lot of people. So it's not just COD Activision making these tournaments. So we got Siege tournaments still going on. LCS tournaments are still going. Overwatch tournaments, I actually haven't heard much about Overwatch, but I mean, I could be wrong, they could still be going right now. I have no clue. I don't even know the schedule. I don't even know when grand finals. I have it on my phone. I should probably look.
About the Overwatch League?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought they.
Yeah,
had,
I
know they stopped.
haven't.
Oh yeah, they're still going.
I haven't watched the Overwatch League since season 1. I think I watched it all the way through, and then I just haven't been.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I haven't been able to get back into it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to get back into it, especially for this podcast, so people can be up to date on anything, any of those that they're any kind of games.
Oh yeah.
Right now we're into the esports right now. Pretty soon we'll roll into our regular sports, but as of right now, the next game is this Friday, 3 a.m. because I'm assuming it's overseas because we're in America. But 3 a.m. August 14th, London Spitfires versus Seoul.
There you go.
So that's the first match is Friday at 3 a.m. The second one's still Friday, but it's at 2 p.m. Man, they got these really scattered. The next one, so the second one is Florida Mayhem and Vancouver. They are the second second group. The next one for that Friday, the third game is at 4 p.m. and it is the Gladiators and Dallas Fuel. So that goes on from there, and then comes back around all the way through this weekend. Now, as far as baseball, baseball and stuff.
Hold on, Steve. Let me take this over.
Right.
That concludes our esports section of the podcast. If you like that, please give us a like and a subscribe. Please remember to follow us on all our Twitch channels. And now we'll get into what really matters, actual sports. So, big news coming out today from Washington, D.C. Trump tweets, "Let college football play." And if you got the president on your side, it's going to happen. He's probably the king at this point. So, it's going to happen. We're going to have college football. Probably only the top 6 conferences in the league, because I'm assuming some of the smaller colleges have already canceled. And that's an assumption, so you can't quote me on that. But yeah, the players have a hashtag, "We want to play," and they're really pushing to let us play. I'm not a college football player, but let the kids play.
Right.
That's that's kind of the college football section. And you guys have any
So I've got
opinions?
I mean, if they want to play, I guess play. At this point, it's just everywhere else pro leagues are playing right now, and a lot of stuff. Pro football is supposed to start up pretty soon here. I don't know if they have. I think they have.
They have not. Wrong. They've been practicing.
Okay, I can't remember when the season starts. I think it starts this month sometime or next month. But nonetheless, you got baseball.
Well,
baseball's going right now.
Well, let's go sport by sport. Let's dive into a little bit of baseball because we've already seen some huge issues in baseball with COVID. So
you got Pirates and Cardinals games have been postponed.
I don't have dates, but I know the first team to get hit hard by the virus, and I can't tell you how many players got it. I just know games are postponed. Was the Miami Marlins. They were the first team to postpone several games. I think they've recovered from it and are still playing. And then I know the Cardinals have for sure. I want to say there's one more team that I don't know of, but Cardinals.
Pirates, because the Pirates Cardinal game was postponed. That was actually supposed to be the day.
Hold on, man. Okay, so listen, I am a Cardinals fan. That's my team.
Right.
That's who I like to watch. They've postponed at least 3 or 4 series, so that's at least 10 games, and they're only playing a 60-game season. And the way it works to quantify it as like the regular season, which is 164 games,
Right.
each game they win or lose is worth 2.75 games.
Right.
So if you lose a game, you lose 2 games pretty much, or more like 3.
Oh, just about 3 games you done.
So yeah, so to have it postponed several series like that, they're either going to have to be forfeit, which means if they ever recover, that they are going to pretty much be out of a contention for a pennant at all.
I mean,
which is totally unfortunate, but
they would almost have to win every single game. Stop postponing now and win
and
almost
that's
every
if they
game.
come back now.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, they're at a kind of disadvantage now because they've postponed so much. If they come back now and they win pretty much every game, which is almost unlikely for any team to do that. Now, it's possible, all right? It's a possibility.
For sure, yeah.
It's possible for any team to do that, but
well, do you want to know what the rumor is behind it that caused the outbreak?
Sure. What are they rumoring right now?
So here's the news on the street, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was a player or a staff member, but supposedly when they headed to Milwaukee for their series with the Brewers, a player or staff of some sort slipped out to a casino, contracted the virus, and brought it back.
Okay.
And that's kind of, they don't know who, they haven't confirmed anybody, but that's the rumor that I've heard. And so not supposedly, there's at least, I know Paul DeYoung, the shortstop, is on the DL. I know Yadier Molina, veteran Cardinal catcher, is on the DL. And I know there's a list of at least 5 or 6 names that I can't think of right now that are pretty important to the team.
Yeah,
for success. So
I mean,
it's a really unfortunate situation.
Right. Tomorrow we got games going on. Tomorrow, the Pirates and Cardinals were supposed to play tomorrow, of course, but it's postponed to be determined. But right now we got White Sox going up against Tigers at 12:10 p.m. tomorrow. We got Diamondbacks and Rockies at 2:10. Athletics and Angels at 3:10 p.m. Cubs and Indians tomorrow at 5:10. We've got quite a bit. I can go over the whole list, but we got quite a few.
Baseball's on. That's all you got to say.
It's on. We got games going on. All right, there's going to be plenty of them. Basketball news. We can get to basketball in a minute, but baseball now, we've still got games going on. They're going. I mean, we've got sports.
Just kind of the whole wrap on all of sports in general. You know, it's basketball is doing it right. And that the way that I heard that they were doing it, of course, I haven't done any research, so this is all word of mouth stuff that I've heard. But basically, they've created a bubble of team and event staff only.
Mm-hmm.
They all sleep and live in like certain hotels. They don't leave the hotels. They go from the hotel to the court to play, and that's it. And they're not allowed to leave, or they're fined like a substantial amount of money. I think I don't know.
Well, because MMA was
that's the only sport you can do that with.
Right. Well,
baseball and football being primarily outside, and
let's also look at MMA here. So MMA has been doing the no crowd thing, and one of the weird things of watching MMA without a crowd is these players the fighters can hear what the commentators are saying. So like if one of them makes like an offset, like a kick or punch or whatever, they're not blocking correctly, or they're not pulling themselves out of a grapple of any sort, you know what I mean? And they hear it from the commentators. They're hearing those commentators. And so you'll notice that they're actually correcting themselves while they're fighting.
Oh, that's interesting.
And it's
never would have thought that.
It's really strange. I didn't expect it. It's also strange not hearing stuff. I've heard from a few commentators, even Joe Rogan said it was really weird the first time he did a commentator gig, and after all this has been going on and no crowd. So I mean, it's gotta be something. It's gotta be different.
Definitely a different experience. I think that's a good thing about the MLB is that they have that roaring crowd noise playing over the speakers. I bet that adds some comfort to the players and people, that they're trying to make it as normal as possible.
Right.
But,
and I totally get that. I mean, Jack, do you got anything on basketball news or updates or anything? Because I know you're the big basketball guy.
He's the resident basketball expert here at Rand Factory Productions.
Yes, run that back by me again.
So,
okay, listen, I'll go ahead and spill the beans here. Jack has spilled wine all over the show.
Everywhere. I just cleaned it all though.
Oh,
So
really?
he wasn't present.
Everywhere. Like all over my desk.
Well, before
So-
this whole podcast went going on, Jack was drinking while we were streaming and kind of having a good old time. And I think Jack drank a little bit too much because he's knocking stuff off. But no, Jack. So you're the you're pretty much usually on top of basketball as far as everything going on and what's happening. Is there any updates that you want to give to us right now, or are we good to just roll into just random banter?
Okay, yeah, I heard what you guys were saying about the bubble. Yeah, it's been like literally no player has gotten coronavirus in the bubble, so I think everyone else is gonna start modeling what the NBA is doing into like their own sports because it's apparently worked. And the only player that roamed off was Lou Williams, who was apparently getting food, is what he said.
Oh,
He got caught. He got caught like being at the strip club.
Oh wow,
It was freaking funny.
that's absolutely that's amazing. That's trolling, dude. That's a troll to a whole new level. It's just like I'm not gonna be stuck in here. I'd rather go do something fun. That's
Yeah.
dude. So I mean,
So from what I heard too, apparently with that bubble they've created, so supposedly you would have to think, right, that the people working in the hotels are living and sleeping and eating in the hotels as well.
right.
Like, I wonder how much extra money they are getting paid to do that. Because I mean, you have to think that they would expose.
They signed
they would break the
contracts
bubble.
though. I mean, they signed contracts unless they gave them a secondary contract, which I haven't seen anything on that. So unless they're
I
giving
just
these
think
guys a secondary
that was
contract,
just a speculation that ran across my mind a second ago. Is like you're trying to create a bubble.
right.
I mean,
but I mean, they're
you
making.
know,
Think about it.
LeBron James is not going to change his bed sheets.
Right. True.
So somebody's got to. And if they're going to bring in COVID, then it ruins the whole thing. So like, how do you eliminate that? Well, you give them a room, and you pay them extra to live at the hotel. Basically, I mean
Well,
that would be
that's
the
the thing,
obvious
though,
thing
is-
for me to think of.
This is their job though, so they're already making millions of dollars. I'm not going to pay someone extra if they're already getting a couple $1 million from
No,
me.
I'm talking about the players are living in the hotels. I'm talking about the hotel staff.
I don't think the hotel staff is probably living there. I bet they're getting like temperature checks and stuff of that sort to kind of like see how
Well,
they're doing.
I didn't say they were either. I was just thinking that
That
I'm
might be
wondering
a
if they
solid-
were, if that was a possibility.
Right. Well, I mean, if they are, then I mean, good for them. That's true dedication.
Yeah.
And hopefully they're getting paid a good amount if they are staying there. If not, then I mean, it'll buff. I guess just walk it off. Which, by the way, guys, that's going to be a shirt pretty soon here. So keep an eye out.
It's gonna be a what?
That's going to be a T-shirt pretty soon here. It's going to say it'll
Well-
buff on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've been thinking about some T-shirt ideas, guys. I know it's kind of bland on the site.
Oh, I'm gonna have my own line. I already have 3,
Nice. I got like.
so
6
I'm
or
gonna need a
7.
section of your store.
Bet.
What
Put it
got
in there.
got skeleton T-shirts?
Yep.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just gonna be a skeleton hand, and it's gonna be giving you the business.
Jeez. Well, anyways, I think that's it for sports. Unless anybody else has anything else to say, I think we can roll into. this-
Well, one more thing to add
Okay.
to a sport we haven't talked about: hockey. There's been a new team added to the fold.
a new team has been
the,
added to hockey.
Yeah, the Seattle Krakens, I think, or Seattle. Let me look it up. Let's see. Is it
Seattle Kraken, yeah, that is
Yeah,
correct.
Seattle Kraken.
Wow.
And personally, me being a graphic design major, I'm in love with the logo. I think it's super clean. It's simple. I think they nailed it. I don't really ever watch hockey, but I just thought it was. I just think it's cool, just like the whole Washington football thing going on, right?
Mhm.
Like, I don't like that they got pressured into doing it, but I didn't like their mascot to begin with, so I don't care. I like change. And so it was really cool to see somebody bring in a new team with a fresh design that's contemporary and it's up to modern design standards, basically. I just
Right.
think it's really
it's
refreshing
not
seeing
30
something
or
like
40
that.
years old as a
Yeah, I wish more, and I know there's like a whole nostalgia factor. Oh, that's history. Oh, that's this. Oh, that's that. I don't care.
I mean, there's museums
I
for
think
that.
more
I mean,
teams should update logos more frequently. I know you can't do it every 5 years because all the merch from the past 5 years, it doesn't really apply.
right.
So I know it's a big deal to do that kind of a thing. I just think I wish it was more common, or at least more variation on uniforms in some sports. Like football is the worst. They just have like different colored uniforms and that's it. I mean, they have the homes, the aways, and like a color rush, and then the helmets are all the same. Like I just
Yeah.
think they need to change things up. But that's just because I look at that kind of stuff. So
Right.
that's my 2 cents.
All right, boys and
Matt.
girls. Well, that was it for the sports section. So the regular banter. I try not to have dead air because that's bad for.
Well, here I'll
podcasts.
give you a topic, Steven.
But I was
Tell us why you don't use controller for Warzone.
well because aimbot.
Well, there you go.
You're pretty much an aimbot now. So
Not garbage.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
let's
also not
use a
trash.
controller. You're automatically good. Supposedly, that's sourced from Jack.
Where's from Jack automatically?
That's
good.
true, dude. I've been
That is quotation marks dash business time 15.
So I don't know if you
True.
guys, I don't know if you guys did, but I got into Horizon Zero Dawn. It was an amazing game. The graphics were beautiful. The gameplay was just phenomenal. I don't know if you guys ever got into it.
Nope.
But man, it was such a beautiful game, and now it's coming to PC, and I am overly ecstatic. I believe it's already on PC, if I'm correct.
No, it might just released.
I tried it on PS4. Yeah, it was really fun.
It was
I just never beat it.
it's just a beautiful game, and then God of War was just an amazing game as well. The graphics were beautiful, everything was just amazing all around, and I am super psyched for the next
I
game.
think it
with
is
Horizon.
out.
Yeah, it should be out on PC.
It's
I
got
think it was
mixed
on the
reviews
7th.
on Steam.
Yeah, it came out on the 7th.
Yep.
PC people will be always higher critics than those who play on console. It's just a given. But some of us, I play on both. So, I'm just going to tell you all the way around. Horizon Zero Dawn, beautiful game. The expansion pack that came with it was amazing too. It was great. And now they're making a second game, which is just awesome. So I'm super psyched about that. I'm waiting for the new God of War whenever they finally decide to tease it or whatever. But I think everyone's still waiting for that. That was an amazing game. It was definitely probably, I would say, in my opinion, better than the first 3. In all honesty.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say on those kind of games. I mean, I kind of stopped playing open world RPG story single player games. Let's see the last one I played.
All right, EA. All right, EA. We got
You
you.
just call me what?
EA. All right, we got you.
What are you talking about?
EA.
I don't understand the reference. Yeah. Anyway,
Jack, do you want to tell them a reference to EA? The president of EA said it was like a year or 2 ago that no one likes playing first-player games anymore,
Oh yeah.
I agree.
and they
I agree.
found out that the hard way when
Well,
God
I mean,
of War
I
did
don't
great.
know.
And then, no, they're
I can't commit to something like that. I don't know. I always I'm too antsy, man. I just like to get in and shoot and get out, I guess.
right. No, I mean I totally get them. There's those people, but there's a lot of people who love their own
oh yeah,
six storylines
yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
fine. I
No,
think
what was funny is he said that like right before a bunch of amazing single player games came out.
Yeah, and it was just tanked. I mean that,
well,
that
the
comment
last I
tanked
think
their
the
stock.
last single player game that I completed was Fallout 4. So
Wow.
tells you how long that's been.
Yeah, that's been a fat.
But
minute.
I mean, I've gotten several of them. I just can't play them. I just can't get into it, man. That's so much time just to hear a story when you can watch a YouTube video for an hour.
Mhm.
Like I know you don't get the experience of playing it. I just don't like. I don't know. It's just weird.
Right. No, I totally get
I just
that
can't
too.
do it anymore.
I think like when your brain gets taxed the older you get, and it's just like so hard to come home and put forth the brain power to absorb like a full 100-hour or well maybe 50 to 100-hour experience from a game like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can totally understand people have that, go back and forth on that. I will just say that I love multiplayer games, and I also love MMORPGs. I love most games that I play. I mean, there's very few that I won't play, but I mean, there's one. If I could play WoW, I would, but I'm not gonna pay $15 subscription fee just to play that game. You know what I mean? So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm okay with first person, single player games. I love those. I love multiplayer games like Modern Warfare, League, Overwatch. Right now, I'm trying to get into Siege for you guys, so I'm not.
Oh man, that's gonna be a long.
It's gonna be a fat minute, and that's okay.
I
alright?
actually that reminded me of an idea that
Mhm.
I'm going to put in Trello. So
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's just a few things we just had wanted to go over this episode. So, I mean, if that's, I think that's it for this evening. It is quite late into the morning / early into the morning. Um, so I want to give everyone a thank you for coming by. But hey, we had Jack and Marcus, so don't forget. All right.
Oh yeah, Steve. I'm really appreciative of the opportunity. I like to talk, and I like you guys, and I just I can't believe that you made my day. It's been a real bucket list of mine to be on this podcast. And I just hope one day I can actually meet you in person.
You met me in person. What are you talking about? Jack, any last words before we end the stream?
Yeah. Thanks to the fans.
Anything else? All right, guys. Hey, so that's been it for this evening, this day, this morning, whatever it is to you guys. Thank you for coming by and watching it all the way through. If you haven't already, go ahead and give it a like, thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends, do whatever. Make sure to come and follow me at twitch.tv/Baby Cthulhu. Don't forget to follow them at twitch.tv/Got Skeletons and twitch.tv/Business Time 15. Those will be linked in the description below, along with a few other things like Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that. So we will be seeing you guys hopefully next week. That's the plan. That's usually the plan, anyways. Let's see you guys next week. So, we'll see you then. Peace out.